Hello everyone, it's Janine here. I'm at my studio space with a slightly different style of video. This week I thought I'd do more of a bloggy type video, as my channel aims to promote positive mental well-being, and as it's Mental Health Awareness Week this week from the 10th of May to the 16th of May 2001, just in case you're watching this in the future, but I hope that this still can be of use to you. There will be some arty stuff in this video, don't worry, but I thought I would do 5 mental health tips, being as it's Mental Health Awareness Week, and the theme this year by the Mental Health Foundation seems they have a theme every year, so the theme this year is nature. To my 5 tips. Tip number 1, as the theme is nature, my first tip is to take a walk in nature. Now I realise that this is difficult for some people, and I'm quite aware of that myself. Being a wheelchair user, it can be difficult getting out into the country and getting out into nature. What with kissing gates and stiles, it makes it all quite difficult, but I do manage to get out for lots of walks with my dog, so I'm lucky. But for those of you that maybe it's more difficult for, there's other ways that you could get close to nature. Maybe you have a garden, spend time in the garden, listen to the bird songs, or maybe you don't have an outdoor space, but maybe you'd be able to grow some plants and have some indoor plants. So there's just a few different tips for you. And even if you are able to get out into nature, it's great having indoor plants. So there's a tip for everybody. And also, as an expansion on those tips, I've mentioned my dog, and I do mention him in a lot of my videos. And I think animals are part of nature as well, and I think animals are great for our mental health. I'll see if I can get Pugsley to come on camera. Pugsley, buddy! Pugsley! You want to come here? Say hello to everyone. Can you do my lap? Say hello. Oh, good boy. Hello, everybody. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, Pugsley is great for my mental health. But as I say, I realise that animals aren't for everyone, and not all these tips will be for everybody, but I think a lot of you agree with me that animals are great for our mental health. And then on to tip number 2, which is to make sure that you have build in some like happy time or some me time into your day, just even if it's just a short amount of time, just so that you have something to look forward to in the day. Maybe it's just a little bit of time to read some book, or a nice TV programme, or to go and have a bath. Or maybe you can grab like a few short amounts of times in the day, or maybe you're able to have a longer time, or even if it's just one short time in the day. I realise all our days get busy, and there's lots of things that we have to do, but I think it's good to try and build in some things for self-care. Leading on from that, tip number 3 is to do something creative. So here my channel is an art channel, as I guess a lot of you all know, but maybe some of you have stumbled across this video due to it being Mental Health Week, so welcome to all of you and welcome to everybody. But on this channel I try and encourage everybody to be creative. Maybe you've never thought about being creative before, but I see that art is great for our mental health. Just having some time to do something a bit different, to be able to be expressive. It's not all about creating a great masterpiece. Like I said, it can be about being expressive and getting some colours down on the page. And I even have a video on my channel about doing messy art and being very expressive with our art. So I'll try and remember to link that in the cards, but if not, I'll get it in the description. And as the theme is nature, I thought we could do some nature-inspired art this week. And So yeah, hope you enjoy that.
Now over to my work surface where I'm doing a little loose watercolour, but as always feel free to use what you have. I'm using my Cotman Winsor & Newton watercolours and my Derwent Graph-tint palette. I like the Graph-tints because they're I feel like the colours are quite nature inspired and quite muted colours, but I wanted to brighten it up a bit, so that's why I've added in my Cotman watercolours as well. But as always, use what you have. Even if you have felt tips, hopefully this video will still inspire you to get creative. And I think it's a nice idea to follow the theme of nature that the Mental Health Awareness Week are promoting. So I decided I wanted to do a windy path, but my path ended up quite straight to start with. So I'm just changing that, and I'm using a Graph-tint pencil to adjust that. The Graph-tint pencil is basically like a watercolour pencil, so like I said, use what you have. I just thought it would be nice to have kind of a windy path in there, as I'm sure we often feel like we're on kind of a windy path of life, so that's where that was inspired. And then once this is dry, I'm using posca pens to do some details of some nice flowers within nature, and this is the finished piece. And I think another idea would be nice is maybe while you're out on a walk, you might take your paints or pens and pencils with you and do something out on a walk. This is a bit tricky for me to be able to have a camera set up and show you that out on a walk, but I thought I'd give you the idea anyway, because it might be nice to do something from life. But yeah, I just created this scene from my head. It's kind of my default to kind of do little made up landscapes out of my head, my own little kind of world, but I think that's quite a nice thing to do, and to submerge ourselves into a different world sometimes, and that I think that's how art can be so great for promoting positive mental well-being, because we can just submerge ourselves into different worlds, which can be a really positive thing sometimes.
And tip number 4 is to talk to others. I think it's really important to talk about our mental health. I realise that it's not easy to talk about mental health, but I encourage you to talk to friends or family or professionals. I'll put some links to some different organisations below. There's Mind and there's Shout, and yeah, because I realise not everybody has friends and family that they're able to talk to, and even if you do, I think sometimes it can be really helpful to talk to somebody outside of your situation, somebody that is impartial to it. So yes, I'll put those links below for you, and I really do encourage you. It's important to talk. Don't let things build up. And tip number 5 is to keep a positive diary. So I have a 5-year diary where, well, in theory, I write something positive in it every day. I do find it quite hard to keep up with that, but I think it's a great practice to keep. So I do encourage you to do that. So it can be, some days are easy to write down. Maybe I've had a nice trip out or something, but some days, it's harder to think of things if my day's not been so good. But I think it's a good practice, and it encourages us to look at the small things and to be grateful for those things. So, maybe I enjoyed listening to the bird songs, or maybe I smelt the flowers, or maybe I had something new for dinner, or just something that I really enjoyed eating. So yeah, I think that's a great practice that can be very useful. And so then, because it's 5 years, I can also see back onto other years and what I was doing, like this time last year, and it's good that it's all positive things in there, and it's good to keep it all positive. So I hope that you've enjoyed my 5 tips. I realise that not all of them will work for everybody, but I hope that you can get something out of this video. And if you're new around here, maybe you picked this video up because of Mental Health Week, then please do subscribe. As I said, I do lots of different art videos encouraging everybody to have a go at art and promoting positive mental well-being through art. And as I said, you know, it's not all about creating the perfect picture. I have lots of different ideas on my channel to make art accessible to everybody, and I think it's great to take some time out and just to be able to chill out of our busy days and stresses, and just to be able to do some art and have some relaxing time. So yes, please do check out my videos, and I hope that you find them useful. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.